What is going on, you guys? It's your boy, Rusty Buckets 30, and we are back with episode 30. Hope you guys enjoyed that little cinematic movie I put together. Basically, I just took you guys through, had a nice little video of each major build that I've done so far in this series. So on episode 30, I figured, I'm Rusty Buckets 30. Every 30 episodes seems like a good stopping point to do a world tour, so that's exactly what I did. So the rest of this episode will be me kind of taking you guys through what I've done. I'm going to try and go in the same order I did as in the video, but I might get mixed up. I'll do this like in pretty much one take. I'm in a creative world right now. This is not my actual Let's Play world. I just duplicated it. And I'll delete this one once it's over. If you want a world download, you can email the email I had earlier in the video. But yeah, this is going to be too long anyway, so I'm just going to jump right into it. This is my initial starter home. This is just where I have kind of stationed my home at for the time being. It's still kind of my house. Have all the major items in each of these chests, from blocks to food, redstone, you know, farms and woods. So this is really just where my home base is. I still call it home base. It's been a starter house for probably longer than it should have, but it's still the starter home for this series right now. It's covered by some sugar cane and some wheat around the outsides. And some backup gear in here in case I need it. A little enchanting table. Up here, this is like where kind of extra bulk storage goes. So stuff I run out of regular storage for, I put in this area. So a bunch of extra wool from all the sheep shearing I did. And then I also have it over here too. So if you're wondering what was in these barrels in here, it's just a bunch of extra stuff. I also have like a bunch of, yeah, here's all the coal that I've gotten from mining out that huge area. A bunch of extra diamond stuff I got from trading, much more wool. Yeah, that's basically where I have it. It's my little smelter area. Smelt stuff in there. Up here was like where I was prepping for the end. So I have like some potions and things I'll need for my Ender Dragon fight, but I'm still a ways away from that. I put a lightning rod up there to try and divert lightning away, but ended up burning down a little bit of my things. But whatever. This is basically where I'm compiling my final suit of gear for the Ender Dragon fight. And the starter house is connected to the nether portal area. So it's pretty simple, just kind of nethered this area out a little bit. Also a bunch of nether related storage here. I got a little mini farm. So the way this works, I just step on this plate, press the button right there. Then it kind of washes all the nether wart down to me here, and then I can kind of reach out and replant. It's not a perfect system, but it's better than nothing, I guess. This is where I got the first little bit of nether wart. Some minor potion brewing here. I'll end up coming back to this later, but I'm gonna go into the villager project since that was next. So this is my whole villager area where I have the initial plan was to have at least 2 of each type of villager, and each type of villager has their own little area, which I've stuck to that pretty well. So the first station here is the farmer's area. It's got some potatoes, got some carrots, got a little pond, a bunch of wheat, pumpkins, and melons, and some beetroots as well. Not that I ever need those. And then inside here are all my cattle. So we got the cows, the pigs. Hold on, the volume is super loud. I'm going to turn it down. Got the cows, the pigs, the chickens, and the sheep. And then up here I have my first little round of farmers. All these guys are pretty much maxed out, maybe with the exception of this guy. I think all the other ones are maxed. That's where I did the first little round of trading with all the first things I had. Yeah, this area was quite old. Next, this was just area I have kind of to fill in the gaps here. So I made some little cool bridges that I thought fit the theme of our village. Across this little bridge is the fisherman's home. So this is where we have our 2 fishermen. Not that I've done a ton of trading with them, but I think I did enough trading to get them to the master part. There's actually a cool trade here, which is the boat trade is useful, and then the string trade is useful as well. Everything else I think is kind of a rip-off, if I'm being honest. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Got a little auto boat dispenser thing here. Just a little dispenser there where I can just jump off. I had an idea here, which I might do later on, which is like have like a little track for the boat and goes underwater and stuff like that, or underground, I mean. But I haven't gotten there yet. Might do that eventually, I don't know. This is my little my AFK fish farm. So I made this before they made the big changes, but basically this is an AFK fish farm. I'm not going to go into too much more detail than that, but it's just a way to get a bunch of fish automatically. I think this is one of our god rods, as we call them. It's got all the Well, I think almost all the good enchantments on them. But yeah, a bunch of fish in there if I ever needed that. Yeah. Next, I will do the... I just call this like the water village. I don't really know what else to call it. It's basically just a village on the water. This is where I put kind of all the extra ones that didn't really fit in. So I want to say I have a strange one here. The weaponsmith. I cure these guys so they have better trades, but weaponsmith. Toolsmith. Another toolsmith. I think I have like 2 of each. I have another weaponsmith in there. And then here I have leather workers. Okay, that makes sense. Up here I don't have anyone, do I? No, I don't. I might put some storage up there or something. Here's where I have most of the storage for everything else. So I think I have a bunch of extra. I traded with emeralds for these guys and then took the enchantments off for all this stuff. Yeah, this is extra storage for all the traders in here. And then here I think I have like bricksman or, oh yeah, mason. That's what they're called. So I got 3 masons here to trade various rock-related things. I might actually use these trades later on, especially for quartz. It's pretty useful. I think the terracotta might be useful too. I don't know. I may use these trades later on. We'll see. But yeah, that's my little water village thing. Next, I believe, was the fountain here and the clock tower. So I have a little fountain here. There's not much special going on here. Just a little fountain. And then I have a clock tower in the middle with my iron farm. So my iron farm's underground. Oh, good, it's working. And then the clock tower just has a bunch of some kind of mass storage, I suppose. I haven't really filled any of this in, so these are all just kind of empty. And then I think up here is just like a little track for just to get up towards the top. Yeah, if I wanted to get out to the top, I could get up that way, ring the bell, do whatever I wanted with the clock tower. I was pretty proud of this, how this came out when I built it, and I still like it to this day too, quite honestly. Here is where I have, these are more leather workers. I'm not sure why I have so many of these. I forgot why. There's probably some trade in here that I think I like. It might be this leather trade, honestly. I'm not quite too sure why I have so many of these, but at some point I determined that I needed a bunch of these guys, so I think it was for saddles. Yeah, these guys trade saddles, so I could have a bunch of saddles later on. So it made sense to attach that to our horse stable. So I have some horses in here. I think I gave them some weird names too. I don't remember what I named any of these guys, but looks like all the names are gone. That sucks. And sometimes these updates just remove all the names, which kind of suck. Oh, wait. Never mind. Some of these guys do have names. Here's Rage Balls, McStupid Face. Can't tell you. I think a commenter made me name it that. That was definitely not my idea. Here's a horse named Height. Commenter named Height asked me to do that. I swear I had some other ones that were named, but maybe they're just not showing up right now. But anyway, here's my horses. Got some stuff back here where I have the armor for each of these. I guess I don't really have much. And some other saddles and stuff like that. And then down here I have my bunnies and my cats. So I have a couple of each. Little bunny stable and then a bunch of cats, as well as some of the supposed to have, I guess, some of the materials that I need for these, but haven't really filled those in that much. But yeah, there's little farms for each of those. And I want to say the next thing I have is the librarian. Yeah, the library here. This one got struck by lightning a few times, which is why I went around and put lightning rods and everything. This was the one that was most negatively affected by that lightning, but is also probably one of the more important ones. Out of the villagers at least, because this is where I get all my enchanted books. So each of these guys has a specialty, so I named them all Idiot, I think. Yeah, this guy has mending. This guy has prop 4 for armor. This guy is another mending guy, another mending idiot. I guess that has them breaking 3. It's really important for everything. This is power 5 and sharpness 5, I guess, are dead. This is news to me. Okay, well, I guess I'll have to replace those guys at some point. I mean, I don't know. This is also a backup, so that those guys could exist in my real world. Then I have Silk Touch and Efficiency 5, also really important for tools and what have you. Okay, next I think was the Cleric build, which is this one. It's probably the ugliest one in my opinion, but it is what it is. I can come back and fix all this stuff later. It's all temporary anyway. These just are 2 clerics. I'm not sure if these guys are super useful beyond anything other than the Ender Pearls, which, yeah, this is a pretty good trade, I think, for now at least. At some point, emeralds will be useless, or Ender Pearls will be useless. But I think also the glowstone trade here is useful. And redstone too, I think. But anyway, a couple cool trades for that. I think the next was the like armor people, the armor guys. Who are these guys? The armorers, yeah. For some reason I thought they were called blacksmiths or something, but these are where I got all my one diamond armor trade. So I just trade for this and then use a what do you call it? I'm not sure what you call it. It's like the thing that takes the enchantment off, but use that for to get just the raw diamond leggings or diamond whatever for each of these, which was pretty useful. I also give chainmail, which you can't really get anywhere else other than random dungeon chests and with trading. So I have a little sample of each of these guys on display here. And then I think next was maybe this area. This is the shepherd area that I have not filled in yet. So this will be where we probably have all the different colors of sheep and have some shepherds with sheep related trades, I think. But I have not gotten around to actually populating those. I think the big time consumer here was this wall, which is pretty cool, but again, I haven't really finished this area. Most of these projects are unfinished, honestly, so this is not normal. This is not unusual to have this unfinished, at least now. The next big one was this cartographer. So this one actually pretty much built this entire mountain around this thing, but it's basically the inside of it's just a giant globe that I kind of built out. So it took a lot of mathing to make sure that would work out, but it's basically 3/4 of a globe. So I have the whole under the entire bottom of it's a whole half of a sphere, and then it's like half of the top half here. But I'm also going to have a giant world map here of everything around our area. So I'll probably put our home base here in the center and just have a bunch of landmarks around here of stuff that we've done. Haven't gotten around to that yet either. But here I have all of our cartographers that trade us maps for different things. So our Woodland Mansion maps and our Ocean Monument maps have all come from these guys. So also have some axolotls in here, I guess, just pending. The axolotls will kill all the fish that I put down here, so that's why I've had to be careful. But I basically put 2 of each kind of fish, including turtles down here, 2 puffer fish, 2. I don't have all the tropical fish, but that's like impossible to get. There's like so many varieties of those. But anyway, it's gonna be a big map there at some point. All right, I think next I'll do the Fletcher's home. So that's what this little area is for the Fletchers. Kind of in the style of our clock tower. It's a very similar build. Here are our Fletchers. So they trade us sticks and stuff for pretty crappy bows, but it is what it is. These guys are kind of useless. Nothing is up there yet, I don't think. This is like some extra storage, I think, as well. So there's some unused storage in here. Not sure what I'll use that for eventually. Then I have a little game here that, like, if you shoot the center of it, it like dings the bell. So so if you get the very, very center, it'll like ding the bell, and yeah, you win. I don't know, it's kind of a stupid mini game I put right there. Have some more open area here for future stuff. I'm not really sure what all will go there. I think next is the potion lab, and that is underground. So that is down here. So here I have 8 different potion types, and the auto brewing system isn't totally working. For some reason the redstone's screwing up, and I'm only getting 3-minute potions here instead of the 8 minutes that I want for some of these. But some of these are working just fine, like they should. So auto brewing mechanism, all the stuff I have is all back here. I'm not going to go through the redstone, it's pretty complicated, but basically just an auto brews. So every time I pull potions out, it should fill back up. I think the 8 I have are slow falling for the end, weakness for curing zombie villagers, harming for just killing things for farms and whatnot. Night vision is important for like trident hunting and going to the nether. Wither skeleton skull hunting, I use night vision too. Fire resistance for the nether, obviously. Swiftness just for traveling. Strength, a lot of times I use this for the wither. I'll probably use this for the ender dragon as well. And then water breathing is also for trident hunting and ocean monument training and stuff like that. So those are like my top 8 that I use most of the time. Next is like kind of a current build that I'm still kind of working on. Is this absolutely enormous pumpkin farm. So something I've kind of decided was that emeralds are the currency of the game, and the more emeralds you can get, you can trade for pretty much anything with villagers. So I kind of made this enormous pumpkin farm in the hopes of obtaining a bunch of emeralds from these villagers that I trade with. So I just recently moved all the villagers from all the way down there to up here, and then I'm going to move them probably in this area. That's where I'll have a lot of the villagers, and maybe even in the area up here as well. It's like on both sides of this. I also have a kind of a transportation system of the items, so all the items filter into this dispenser streams here. I just have dispensers that fire the pumpkins up, and then they get sorted into these chests. Well, not sorted, but they get thrown into these chests where they are stored. And this thing has been churning out pumpkins, so I have a lot more than I know what to do with. But this basically gives us an infinite supply of emeralds, which in turn can give us a somewhat infinite supply of pretty much anything. So anything from armor to anything that villagers trade, we can get pretty much an infinite amount of, since we can trade these for emeralds. Anyway, my thought with this other half here, because I only have filled up half, is I might do a melon farm. So if I have half pumpkin, half melon, I think that would be kind of cool, because they function very similarly. I could make the same design for the melon farm as I did for the pumpkin. So that might be what I do for this other half that I'm standing in now. But this was very resource intensive. It kind of drained me of everything resource wise for a while, but it was fun to build. Yeah, so I think next is my future industrial area. So this has not yet been completed, but this is where I'm gonna have a bunch of random farms, so like honey farms. There are slime chunks in here, some slime farms. I'm thinking of having a gunpowder farm, a couple big ones right here in this area, these 2 areas maybe, somewhere around here. Because gunpowder is one of the only farms we don't have yet that is pretty crucial to long-term success in terms of elytras and rockets and stuff like that. So gunpowder farms will be something on the horizon pretty soon for me in this world. Next is this big area, which is my underground tree farm, and it seems kind of stupid to have a tree farm underground, but that's what I wanted to do. I did this cool thing with this used to be the bottom of the world. This used to be bedrock, but they changed it to deep slate ever since the new update, since they moved the bottom of the world down. But anyway, this used to be bedrock, so it used to look pretty cool, and I mean it still does look cool. It's just not like the true bottom of the world anymore, but it is what it is. Anyway, yeah, I did this cool little trick with the water and the glass to make it feel like I'm kind of walking on water. Yeah, this will be where my tree farm is. Made a little cool design with the walls here that I'm going to copy everywhere else. Got a ton of resources from mining out this whole area, so pretty much all of the blocks that I'll need for a while. Yeah, so that's this area. I think next is the skeleton farm, which is a little bit of a ways away, but for the sake of showing you and triangulating where everyone is, skeleton farm is right on the other side of the villager area across from our starter house. So the skeleton farm was towards the world spawn. World spawn was over there, so it's actually where I started the real world. And then I kind of came over here to settle into an area. But yeah, this is my skeleton farm, so skeletons will come out there before they get dropped. We have a little entrance here. And then this is like my killing chamber, and you see the skeletons go up. Enchantment table, all the bones and stuff are there. Arrows, a bunch of enchanted garbage. And then I can actually, if you can see, I have a little turn on and off type thing where I've like delayed all the pistons by one, but it lights it up so it turns it off basically and turns it back on. Cool little thing I did with that. And then I think the last thing in the overworld is my cave skeleton. Or the last thing in the overworld, aside from the ocean monument that we've been draining, is the cave spider spawner. So that is a ways away. That is all the way over here. So this is every time I have to go to the cave spider spawner, I have to kind of go a mile or so before I actually reach it. But it is right in this hole right here. I'll eventually have to make this a lot cleaner, but for now it is what it is. Yeah, I'm gonna give myself night vision. Whoops. I'm gonna give myself night vision so we can see a little better. Oh jeez, I don't have commands open. There we go. That way we can just kind of see better about what is going on here. Yeah. So this is the cave spider spawner. So I luckily found 4 cave spider spawners in a pretty close radius. So there's 2 in this big chamber, 1 in there, and 1 in here. I linked them all up using just some water streams. It's like some glow squid or chalk clogging it up. Just have some water streams here to push them around, and then they get filtered into Soul Stream Elevator, into a killing chamber here. And then I have an auto sorter down here. So I shoot them up, and they are auto sorted here into the string and the spider eye, and then they're separated into these big chests. So I think this is all string. Yeah, this is all string, and these are all the spider eyes. So they're all filtered out. But yeah, this is my main source of XP right now. Until I clean up the Guardian farm, it still will be my main source of XP. But string is also a pretty useful thing to have a lot of. You can make a lot of wool, and wool is pretty useful for different things. So it's been a good farm for me. I've enjoyed building it. Okay, I think the next thing is stuff in the Nether, so I will go back that way. And that is back over here. It's not too far away. Luckily, everything in my world to this point has been pretty close. I was pretty fortunate to have a skeleton spawner there, and then to find a cave spawner pretty close by as well. Oh wait, I almost forgot. I did forget, actually. I forgot about my sugarcane farm. Thank God I remembered that. But yeah, it's my sugarcane farm. My creeper face uses cool design with basically just observers and pistons. It's super simple. But when they grow, it just kind of breaks them. Breaks the sugarcane, goes into this water stream, and it gets filtered down all the way to the center of these hoppers here, and then it gets put in chests. I did have plans to have like mine carts going around picking up the extra sugarcane that fell like on the sides of these blocks. But I haven't actually routed those hopper mine carts to anything yet, so they're just kind of moving around aimlessly. And then here's all the sugarcane is all stored in here, which is another useful thing to have for paper. But I also have the zombie. I found a zombie spawner while I was clearing this area out, so I also have a little zombie grinder in here as well. Very simple, just right on the magma blocks. So yeah, all right, now let's go to the Nether. I think that's everything in the overworld for now. Hopefully I don't forget anything, but I'm hoping this isn't taking too long. And this should bring us to our Nether hub. Yep, this is our Nether hub, really our main area, Nether related things. So made this big dome, covered it with lava. It was a cool little trick where if I shoot it, creeper head pops up. It's pretty cool. I like the blocks I used here. I'm a big fan of the Blackstone, one of my favorites. Underneath here is the magma cube farm, so I have these iron golems killing magma cubes for me, collecting a bunch of magma creams. So not that I need a ton of those, but those are good for fire resistance potions and stuff like that. And then here I have like a sample of each of the warped and crimson forests. So yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do with these areas yet, but I still built them just because I thought it would be something cool to have and store the related items in each of these sections. Next is my enormous nether wart farm. So I thought for potion brewing I would need a lot of this stuff, so I built these big areas where a bunch of nether warts. The planting is manual, but the harvesting is automatic, so the pistons will push the soul sand back and forth to break the nether wart, and then these tracks have hopper mine carts picking them all up. So I think we should be able to harvest. But yeah, it pushes all of them back. And this button like sends the mine carts out, so they all get shot out, and they go all pick up all the items. Pretty cool, and they come back and unload automatically too. And it should filter right into this chest here. So pretty cool farm, but the planting is remaining. Like I have to go back and plant all of it. This is all the nether storage I have. Again, I haven't really moved most of my nether storage stuff into here yet, but maybe I will eventually. But this is where it's supposed to be, all central to this area. Next is my withered skeleton skull area. So basically I have this little ice path that is just a lot faster for me to get down there. So then I get to the fortress, and I've slabbed over a large majority of this area. I still have more to do, I think, up top, but I did a good amount of slabbing here to spawn proof a lot of this area, so we can get better wither skeleton skull farms or spawns here, which have been pretty well, but they might have changed something with spawning since I get a lot of other crap here too. Yeah, this is where I get most of my wither skeleton skulls for getting beacons, and then I've also walled off both of our blaze spawners here in this red glass, so if we want to make those farms eventually we can, but for now I just kind of contained all their spawns. Yeah, and I think that is it for the nether. The ocean monument is a bit of a haul away, so I might just teleport to that. So I will teleport and be right back. Okay, when I meant teleport, I just meant fly over and make a jump cut. But the other thing I wanted to mention was that I have a portal in the clock tower, and it's different from than my portal at my home base. A portal at my home base takes me to the nether hub. The portal here actually takes me to the nether roof. So here I go on top of the roof, and that's how I get to the ocean monument, which is over here. I was breaking some bedrock trying to make a hole. Haven't quite gotten that far with breaking the bedrock here, but ocean monuments that we have are this way. This is the one we'll eventually make like a decorational one, or maybe a base. This one's like the farm that I have been working on thus far. Yeah, so this is our ocean monument that we're finished clearing out, but still have like some cosmetic stuff to do and some optimizations with the farm. But yeah, pretty huge radius I cleared out, so it's very time consuming, but I really like how it turned out. I think it looks pretty cool. I think it'll look really cool too once I'm totally done and I've kind of cleaned up all this other area around it. But yeah, that's our guardian farm. It's kind of currently where the last episode we spent a lot of time at. Again, I have a lot of optimizations to make on the front of cleaning this area up a little bit, but pretty happy with the way it turned out thus far. But yeah, that pretty much concludes the world tour. So if you have any questions about anything, or you want a copy of the world for yourself to mess around with, you can shoot me an email at the email that I have earlier. I'll put it up on screen now too if you want to see that. But yeah, episode 30. Thanks to everyone that has subscribed and supported me thus far. I think it'd be fun to look through some of my statistics as well, just for a few seconds. So for those of you that are curious, I think my channel statistics are I have 42 subscribers as of this date, so we'll see how well that ages. But I'll scroll through all the statistics here just so you can, if you're curious, you can pause and you can see them all. Go through the items here too. But yeah, if you're curious, you can pause on any of these items and kind of see what, if any of these numbers jump out. I'm trying to find one that's interesting. Sand might be really high here. What is this? Andesite? That's kind of a lot. 80,000. What is this? Netherite pickaxe, 77,000. That's pretty good. I would think diamond pickaxe has a lot more. Yeah, 701,000. That's pretty good. That's a lot of blocks I've mined out. 106 for cobblestone. Okay. Wow, I'm over 1 million, 2 million or something. I'm really high with this stone. That makes sense though. Not sure how high that number is. It's either a 1 or a 2 there. Looks like. Yep, that's pretty cool. I wonder how high my sand is. Whatever. Oh, here it is. Oh, 97,000. That's not as much as I thought, actually. And then for mobs, here are my mobs. Some cool ones are the cave spider, 29,000 is kind of a lot. Creepers is not that high. Enderman's pretty high considering I haven't gone to the end yet, so that's pretty good. Magma cube, that's not. I guess that's not really that high. Skeletons is pretty high. That was for my skeleton farm. Did a lot there. But they killed a lot of squid too. That's probably pretty high. And then wither skeleton is also very high. So I've tried to gather a lot for beacons and things like that. And I guess the last thing to look at is the day. So it is. Oh, it's day 3 because it's a dummy world. But I think I'll put the day on screen right now. I think it's like 1600 or something like that, or 1600. So I'll do the math on how long that is exactly as well. I'll put that on screen. It's probably been far too many hours to spend playing Minecraft, but I enjoy it. It's fun, and if you want to see more, you can subscribe, keep watching videos, and subscribe to my Patreon too if you're that stupid. So do that as well if you'd like. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.